touch on a little bit. There's a movie out. I think it came out in 2019, I believe. It's called Just Mercy. If you get a chance, watch it. It really is a great movie. It's about this lawyer, phenomenal lawyer. His name is Bryan Stevenson. And it just shows, without going into too much detail, I don't want to bore you about the movie, but it just shows about he was a Harvard law student, and he became a lawyer, and he went and helped a lot of individuals. And still to this day, the guy's a phenomenal lawyer, helping people who can't afford legal service, and he's helping innocent people that have been wrongfully convicted. And it really just shows what a lot of these cases, what a lot of these people went through, where they were showing this informant, where the informant didn't want to testify against the person who was wrongly accused. He was on tape, and this is based on a true story. He was actually on tape. I don't know if this part was true, but it was in the movie. But the informant was on tape saying, this guy didn't do it. Why would I say he did it? Then you flash forward, the guy testified against him, saying, the informant testified, it was a jailhouse informant, testified against him, saying he did do it. And then it came out years later when he finally, I think it was 20 years or whatever it took to get this guy off of death row. He was on death row. And it wound up being the informant admitted to lying. He said he lied because the prosecution threatened him that if he didn't say what they wanted him to say, they were going to make his life hell, basically. And it's really just scary. It's a good movie if you watch it, because it gives you an idea how some of these departments, some of these prosecution teams, they really don't want to hear the facts. And it's a scary thing. And they gave a statistic at the end of the movie. For every 9 people who have been executed in the U.S., 1 person on death row has been proven innocent and released. So think about how scary that is. For every 9 people, 1 person's innocent. If that doesn't tell you that, and that's on death row, so if that doesn't tell you, now if you don't get this guy out in time, or this girl out in time, they lose their life over being wrongfully convicted. If that doesn't scare some people that there's a problem with this system, I don't know what will. And what was disturbing, in one of the scenes, the actor playing Bryan Stevenson went down to the prosecution's office, and he was trying to talk to one of the prosecutors one-on-one as a human being and just basically explain to him. He said, I went through the evidence. I just want to share these things with you. There's no way this could have been the defendant. And this prosecutor was so close-minded. He just wanted to defend that conviction. And he wouldn't even look at the evidence. He just kept holding on to, well, he was convicted in the courtroom. He was convicted on trial, so I'm standing by that. So I'm gonna fight to support that conviction. And the guy gave a phenomenal quote. The lawyer, he told him, your job isn't to defend a conviction, it's to achieve justice. And I thought that spoke very powerfully, and it's the truth. The job should not be to defend these convictions. It's supposed to be just to achieve justice. You want to look at the facts. And that gets lost so many times when you read about these wrongful conviction cases. They all have that in common. You get a lot of these prosecutors that they just don't want to hear anything. They don't want to look at the facts. They just want to be closed-minded about it. They look at it like a conviction was obtained, and we're going to fight tooth and nail to keep that conviction in play. And that's scary when somebody has justice and fair and what's right and what the evidence show, when they have that take a back seat to ego, where they just want to keep that conviction, even if it's not their conviction, if it was another prosecutor, but they just want to make sure that the department doesn't look as if it made an error. That's a dangerous, dangerous thing.